Today we're going to hear from the Capitol Steps, the group that put mock in democracy. The group began performing in 1981 when John McCain was only 63 years old. They started as a group of Senate staffers who were mocking the very people who employed them. They've appeared on the Today Show, CNN, and Nightline, as well as dozens of specials for National Public Radio. Today, they will attempt the impossible, to be funnier than the Congress. So now, please welcome the Capitol Steps.
The 2012 campaign is here, and boy, has it been fun. We are looking at the candidates and where they get their money.
The dough is overflowing, so when all is said and done, we suspect they will have spent enough to buy a third world country.
The super PACs are out of whack, excessive and atrocious.
Supported by the billionaires whose checkbooks are precocious.
Their TV spots are piping up, they're nasty and ferocious.
This kind of toxic politics is reaching a new low. Just
This whole fundraising mess began with Citizens United.
The rule came from our highest court, though many tried to fight it.
The pundits are complaining that the process has been blighted.
Cause that hand feeds the Congress too, and they don't want to bite it.
Now incumbent slips are snacking cause the money is humongous.
Let's send them super packing when we end this little song, yes?
No chance at all they'll change the law, so let's all take a long breath.
Remember, the word progress is the opposite of Congress.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, Barack Obama.
Hello, I'm Barack Obama, and I'm here to speak directly to you, the American people. As you know, I was recently criticized for my performance in the first presidential debate, and I know I need to do more to fix this economy. So I urge everyone to get on the phone and call your member of Congress in support of my bill to create jobs, because I believe that in just a few months, I will need one. Of course, one of the keys to creating jobs is starting small businesses. And you ask me, Mr. Obama, how do you start a small business in this economy? And here's your answer. You start a big business. And then you wait. Recently, the Supreme Court ruled on an individual mandate in Obamacare. I do think there was a misconception. There's some people who believe that mandates lead to gay marriage. Speaking of which, recently I announced that my position on gay marriage has undergone an evolution. Of course, this has been controversial. Many conservatives are upset to hear that I believe in evolution. There's also been a lot of controversy about a story involving how Mitt Romney strapped his family dog to the roof of the car. This is outrageous. I firmly believe that we need to honor our dogs because they are delicious. Now let me take a moment to talk about the turmoil in the Middle East, where many countries are facing a leadership crisis. For example, we all know that the people of Syria are facing an uncertain future, because even if they're able to oust Syrian President Bashar al-Assad, there's always a danger that he will simply be replaced by his brother, Jeb al-Assad. And of course, I'm running for re-election this year, so my opponent has been critical of my Middle East policies. But for those of you who doubt my ability to handle this, one of the things I'd like you to keep in mind is that a little over a year ago, I personally captured and killed Osama bin Laden. So for those of you who are pro Osama bin Laden, you might not want to vote for me. But for the rest of you, let me tell you a little bit more about how this all happened. I had some disagreements with things Osama said. He saw himself as living, I kinda saw him dead. So I sent the Navy SEALs in to shoot him in the face. And once they had him reeled in, found the final resting place under the sea. He's gonna be. We gave him 3 plugs, now he's with sea slugs permanently. Now that he's down there in the dark, a sushi platter full of sharks. Now he's with sturgeons instead of virgins. What's my next action? How's this reaction? I won't refuse to sit the Fox newsroom under the sea. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Vice President Joe Biden. And I'm sure many of you saw the debate the other night, and I want you to know that I prepared by drinking a lot of Red Bull, Mountain Dew, and 5-hour energy drinks. Hey, did you know you're not supposed to mix those? Me neither! But you know, I think I did okay. That Paul Ryan guy, he's pretty smart, but in the words of all you youngsters out there, he's full of malarkey. Yeah, you know? And, you know, I think everything's okay, and I think I had a little bit of an advantage anyway, because for the past 4 years, I've just been lowering everybody's expectations anyway. And back when Barack and I were elected, you know, Barack said to me, Joe, try not to speak in public. So here I am! But he didn't say that I couldn't sing in public. And on that note, I'm going to bring some friends out here. We're going to have a good time, all right? Please welcome House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi! Ooh, Nancy's been smoking the Botox again. Okay. Also, here's a man who brings nothing but animal magnetism to the stage. Please welcome Harry Reid. Ooh, we are up the creek with these 2 paddles. All right, here we go. Each Democrat has his place in the party.
I've got charisma.
I know how to blink.
No one likes a guy who's just a smarty. That's why I try hard not to overthink.
Because Joe might say something way off kilter.
His invitations might get lost some days.
I guess they all get caught in my spam filter. But luckily I show up anyway. You can't hide this Biden guy. Look, I know some people try. You think by now we'd realize there ain't no way to hide this Biden guy.
Barack Obama says he likes gay marriage.
For many years that was a fact he hid.
So I put that old horse before the carriage and told folks that I knew before he did. You can't hide what people see. Joe will have you on TV. Our elections now will be decided by the people who watch Glee.
Hello? I am German Chancellor Angela Merkel, and we have a situation in Europe. It seems that the Germans are the only people not spending too much money. While the rest of the countries were out shopping, the Germans were at home practicing their marching. And now they want us to bail out the rest of Europe. Now this would really annoy us if we didn't have such a good sense of humor. So, in order to raise some funds, I present to you a new musical, Grease. Get your tickets now, only 12 billion euros. Starring Greek Prime Minister of the Week, Lucas Panicapita Hapan Papadopoulos. French President François Hollande. And me, Angela Merkel. Hit it. People tell Greeks how they should run their lives, but you cannot retire when you are 25.
We're all in danger, we should make a deal.
It's quite ironic that Greece is the squeaky wheel.
Greece is the worst,
is the worst, is the worst, is the worst.
Well, the euro is in trouble and they like to blame the Greeks.
Keep talking, oh, keep talking.
An economic bubble cause we work 10-hour weeks.
We'll keep the money, you bet we'll keep the money.
We'll send gifts to show remorse.
Not a nuzzle Trojan horse.
Here's another way to go.
Charge a grand for each gyro.
Greece is frightening. Go, 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 go. Oh, Greece is frightening. You're wondering what the Greeks are doing. Greece frightening. Oh, Greece frightening. Oh, Greece is frightening. We've always had a thing for ruins. Greece frightening. Oh, Greece frightening. We are a real Achilles heel. Greece is frightening.
Mein heart is saying, fool, forget them. As head of state, I should let go.
But I'll be rude to them, and that's what I intend to do.
We're hopelessly devalued, it's true.
Summer days looking so lean.
Spending ways beyond the means.
We just don't know what to do.
I'd surrender if I were you. There's no doubt that we should not bail you out, but oh, maybe China might.
Oh, ooh, tell me more, tell me more.
Is the best thing to do.
Tell me more, tell me more.
How about talking to who? Chinese President who?
All right. China could save us for sure.
But in an hour you'll be hungry for more.
China could give Greece a start. They could build a great Walmart.
Someone sane would not save us again, but we think China might.
For now the Congress is Republican. Nancy Pelosi's out, John Boehner's in. The Democrats have no cohesive plan. So we put back the party that was there when this mess began.
I'm John Boehner. Know with whom you're dealing. I'm still sore from raising the debt ceiling. All the followers of me don't drink Kool-Aid, only tea. The results that you all saw election night gave power to the loonies of the right. We prefer our ice hockey teams with no left wing, and left-handers should never pitch a game. I am not a cold-hearted kind of guy. If you say that I am, I'll start to cry. My appeal is that I am quite orange. I just realized nothing rhymes with orange. So now I'll tell the truth, I don't use a tanning booth to look like steak that's overcooked a tad. The fact is that I'm really Snooki's dad.
Welcome to the TSA security line. Now we here at the TSA take security very seriously. So if anyone thinks they're going to come to our line and make jokes of any kind, you better nip it in the bud. All right. Now when you get to the security line, you have two options. You can opt for the full body scanner, or as we like to call it in the business, the ISL/ISF machine, which is short for I see London, I see France. Or you can opt for the full body pat down, which I highly recommend. Next person in line, please. Oh, hoo-ah! You have been randomly selected. What is this, water? Very, very dangerous. Can I have that? No, no, no. Every time I see a pretty girl in line, I start to hoping she will want the pat down rather than x-rays so I can start groping. Since the TSA says it's okay to be fondled by a slob, we've been flooded with complaints as well as applications for this job. Put your cans in the hand of the man who steals your water. Let this hunk give the junk in your trunk a little squeeze. Now you can start to do your part. Just raise your hands and please put your cans in the hand of the man with the GED.
My mama taught me what to do with guys like you before I was 7. She said try avoiding guys who aren't fit to work at 7-Eleven.
Now that you're in line, your body's mine, your butt could hide a gun.
When you're groped by a dope, then you know the terrorists have won.
I demand that you stand where my handbook says you oughta. I demand that you stand.
Just do what you must do.
Says on your ID, your name is Lee.
Well, once my name was Stu. You've been putting your hand on the gland of a man, so the joke's on you.
Not again!
And now, the presumptive Republican nominee for president, Mitt Romney.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I know this past debate, a lot of people were thinking that I didn't do very well, but you know, I'm not worried because I am going to win this election. And the reason I'm going to win this election is because I have binders full of women voters. That's right. And, you know, as you may have noticed over the past few years, or just recently, President Obama was praised for his comedic timing at a recent White House Correspondents' Dinner. And of course he took a few shots at me, so I thought perhaps, you know, hey, I'd try my hand at a little stand-up too. So here goes. You know, President Obama likes to criticize me for being wealthy. He says he wasn't born with a silver spoon in his mouth. Well, of course not. They don't have silver spoons in Kenya. Kenya. Okay, yeah. Well, he's also been calling on me to release more of my tax returns, and of course there's a very, very, very good reason why I cannot do that. I'm sure many people in the audience know what that reason is. So if you'd write it down, hand it to me on the way out, I would appreciate that. I've also been criticized for being a little stiff on stage, so to loosen things up a bit up here, I'm going to do something that the kids call rap. And to help me out, I'm going to bring out one of my political advisors. He's here after a long ride on the roof of my car. Please welcome Roof Doggy Dog. And of course, We rappers never apologize for spending or making money because I've got big bucks and I cannot hide. Yeah, I'm an average guy. I'm a NASCAR fan. I got big dreams because my friends own the teams. I was young in a baby's bib when I bought my first nice crib. I'm like you, no lying. In a private jet you're flying. Yeah, right. So voters, I never collect coupons. I like great coupon. I'm so rich it makes you sick. My shoes are made from sea biscuit. So yeah, here's the thing. You know you wanna touch my bling. Lights forming, crowd swarming. You get with this gangster Mormon. So voters, I'm the brain from Bane. Stick with me, I'll make it rain. I'm the M to the I to the double T. I dress so dapper, and that is why they call me the plain white rapper.
We now take you to the Supreme Court ladies' room.
Hello, Sonia.
Hi, Ruth. Is there a line?
Of course there's a line.
That must be Kagan in there.
You think? Oh, I can remember when I used to have this bathroom all to myself. Before you two got here, I was the hottest woman on the Supreme Court. Back then, I had a chance.
A chance with who?
Oh, come on. Don't pretend you haven't even thought about him.
Who's the conservative justice we just can't resist?
Scalia. Scalia, Scalia, Scalia.
He's the centerfold for strict constructionists.
Scalia, 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 Scalia,
Scalia, we both love a man named Scalia. Each day I am more sure he could beat me 5 to 4 all night.
Scalia could take a possession on me, and we could spend the night just laughing about women's rights. Scalia, when he's loud, it's just like a promise.
When he's mute, he sounds like Clarence Thomas.
Scalia, Italian, just like Sam Alito.
Yes, Antonin Scalia looks just like a movie star. Danny DeVito.
How y'all doing? Bill Clinton here. Hey, anybody see Mitt Romney? I got to return his binder. Woo, yeah, good stuff. Thank you.
We protect the president from danger.
In Cartagena, we got help from strangers.
Thought we deserved a tryst, got secretly serviced.
Odds are we won't be employed tomorrow.
Secret serviceman in Colombians. We hired 15 hookers.
To pay with Groupon was our plan.
Though we got it on with some hot mama, we'd still take a bullet for Obama.
When we saw some hookers start aiming for his private part, we simply threw ourselves in front of danger.
Secret service hits with a danger assist. I gotta frisk you ladies' blouses.
Yeah, we're looking for counterfeits.
In the press you've heard what they've been hinting.
Oh, we were trained by watching guys like Clinton.
But our skills were really honed, guarding Schwarzenegger's home.
Yeah, he had some tricks that we both had to borrow.
Secret Service can help you understand.
You can't spend drunken nights with hookers unless you're a
Congressman.
Hi.
Hey.
Boy, this is a really great Save the Endangered Guinea Pig singles party.
Yes.
I like your hemp poncho.
Oh, well, actually, it's made from the fuzz drawn from the navel of a protected free-range Tanzanian chimpanzee.
Wow.
Yeah,
Ugh.
would you care for a carrot?
Wait. Is it organic and pesticide-free?
Well, yeah. I grew it myself.
Okay. You know, it's not that easy being green. Having to unplug every appliance in the house each time I leave. When I know it would be easier to ignore the plight of the Arctic polar bear, let the chlorofluorocarbons be released from my TV and my PC and my refrigerator by letting them run all day long or something less eco-friendly like that.
It's not that easy being green. Well, people give me weird looks when I do ordinary things. Like when I compost my own toenail clippings and use it to fertilize my garden of organic carrots. Oh, and now using pine cones instead of toilet paper has given me this really weird rash.
But green's the color of grass.
And grass makes great dental floss.
It does, but with fair trading habits and no testing on rabbits, my teeth now grow moss.
Mine too. Is that a leather belt you've got? Tell me how now? Could you kill a cow now?
No, it's okay. This is pleather.
Oh.
It's made from the Indonesian rainforest bark droppings.
Did you say Indonesia? Do you know the carbon footprint of something that has been shipped here all the way from Indonesia? I absolutely cannot date you unless you're an omnilocadecavegator.
What?
Oh, you heard me. I only eat fruits and vegetables that have died of natural causes within 15 feet of my house.
Can we still make out?
Oh, yeah, sure.
My Hummer's parked out back.
Good afternoon, I'm Jim Lehrer. Now, you probably know that I was roundly criticized for the way that I moderated the first presidential debate. In fact, I was compared, and not in a good way, to those replacement NFL referees. So anyway, I begged for an opportunity to redeem myself. So today's the day, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have one more presidential debate. So please welcome Barack Obama, our president, and Governor Mitt Romney. Mr. President, I have to apologize for having to trick you into coming here by telling you that this was a Hollywood fundraiser.
That's quite all right. I raised $9 million tonight anyway. While I was in the green room, I went through Mitt Romney's pockets.
Governor Romney, you probably have heard that many of the polls have both you and the president polling way behind a third candidate, none of the above. Apparently, some people just don't like your personality.
Well, I find that highly offensive. I have no personality.
All right, well, each of the participants here this afternoon will have 90 seconds to answer the same question. And to determine who will go first, I'm going to flip a coin. Governor Romney, heads or tails?
What's a coin?
Okay. Mr. President, we'll just start with you. Mr. President, the question is, why did the chicken cross the road?
Well, let me just say, this chicken could not have crossed the road on his own. That road was built with stimulus money. And if the chicken laid an egg while crossing this government-funded road, I'd tell that chicken, you didn't build that egg, you got help. So I appreciate the opportunity to explain my position on this chicken. Mr. Romney's attacks against my chicken statements have made me very angry. Sorry for that outburst. But perhaps the chicken crossed the road because he was afraid to release his tax returns. Maybe the chicken crossed the road to get to the Cayman Islands.
Sounds like my kind of chicken.
Governor Romney, same question to you. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Thank you for asking this question, because I've always had one position and one position only on this chicken. Did the chicken cross the road? Yes. Did it get to the other side? No. Do we know why the chicken crossed the road? Yes. Do we know why it didn't get to the other side? No. I don't think I could be any clearer than that.
Mr. President, you have 30 seconds for a rebuttal.
Well, if it were up to Mr. Romney, this chicken wouldn't have been able to cross the road at all. He would have been outsourced to India. And the reason he'd have crossed the road is to become chicken tandoori.
I'm sorry, that's unfair. You know, I love chickens. I love all kinds of birds. Little birds, big birds. As a matter of fact, I have many friends who love and own birds. The Baltimore Ravens, the St. Louis Cardinals, the Atlanta Hawks.
All right, Governor Romney, the next question goes to you. How many Democrats do you think it would take to change a light bulb?
Well, I believe that would be 3. 1, to approve a $535 million grant to a startup company to develop a new light bulb. 1, to take the $535 million grant and flush it down the drain. And Bill Clinton to take an hour to explain that the bulb was inherited and faulty. But you know what? Even though they had 4 years, no one was able to change it.
Mr. President?
Well, let me make myself perfectly clear. It would take 3 Mitt Romneys. 1 to change the bulb, 1 to take a poll on the new bulb, and the other to change it back based on the poll results. But I don't think Mitt Romney will change the bulb, because it's obvious he prefers to live in the dark.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. I'm Jim Lehrer, and I declare the winner of this debate to be anybody out there with a remote control. Thank you.
Like a circle that is forming, made of television ads. More and more I see the warnings of conditions I might have. I've got countless new disorders that have finally been revealed. I've got dry eyes, spastic bladder, and that one was Sally Field. I take drugs for every syndrome. I'm like a powder keg. When I kick my spouse at bedtime, now I claim it's restless leg. If your health is in decline, just take 10 pills and you're fine. Like the lithium I'm taking with a dose of estrogen mixed with Demerol and Prozac, now I've got hair on my chin. Our son's on Ritalin and Bextra, we thought he had ADD, but it turns out that the whole time he's just an SOB. I need Ambien and Lunesta to help me sleep all right, 'cause Levitra and Cialis keep my husband up all night. If your life's as bad as mine, at least 10 pills come to mind. Lasix, Cruex, Metamucil, Celebrex, and Naproxen. Then I take a few Vytorin, and I knock them back with gin. Now my ears are always ringing, I think Lipitor's to blame. There's no reason why I take it, I just really like the name. I mixed lidocaine with highballs, and the side effects were queer. Now I'm hearing through my eyeballs, tasting through my rear. Awkward. Now the giant nose says Claritin is something I must try, and I take ginkgo biloba. But I can't remember why. So I quit those pills cold turkey. It was all a big mistake. And now there is no medicine or supplement I'll take. And so lately I have found, though depressed and feeling down, thanks to Botox, I can't frown.
Long, long time ago, you used to get your food homegrown, and toothpaste used to make you smile. It used to be you'd shop with these, not ever eating antifreeze. You planned to go on living for a while. But now our canned goods are delivered from somewhere on the Yangtze River. No one knows the source there, so you might find some horsehair. But if corporations make a buck, well, they don't give a flying Peking duck. And with this system we get stuck today, it makes you sigh. Now when you buy an American pie, your grandma didn't bake it, it was made in Shanghai, where they engineered the apples to be juicy, not dry, but the crust is made of cardboard and lye. Don't feed it to your dog, he might die. Did you eat a tasty cake, and did it make your stomach ache? I guess I could have said I told you so. And the reason you are looking wan is some guy took bribes in Szechuan, and you just ate a piece of Little Debbie's toe. And those toys you bought from Fisher-Price have toxins deemed unsafe for mice, and Elmo tends to wheeze 'cause he's laced with PCBs. But all those problems seem so far when I see my cheap new DVR. I even chew on gum called guar, and you will see me buy stuff made by some young guy. I bought a Chevy, but it's heavy and the price was too high. Soon 20 bucks we'll buy a car from Shanghai, and honey, that'll be the day we all die.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, for 30 years now, the Capitol steps have been poking fun at big scandals and stupid politicians. And we say, what could be better? Okay, I'll say that again. JD's and Lentilman, for years now, the Capitol Keps have been poking fun at skig bandals and poopits politicians. And we say, butt could be wetter. Now, we at the Capitol Keps like to focus on the pearl of politics, where usually the P-Republicans screw up and the Cremidats party. Then the Cremidats screw up in the P-Republicans party. And that's why we call it the poo-tardy system. And if it's not bad enough that we have to deal with poo-tardies, we also have pee-tardies. And their favorite politician is Parasailing, who is peri-vopular, as well as the whole Phelan family, with her husband Pod Talon and her kiddo Lids, Piper Pillow, Pistol Packin' Pig. There's another P-tardy candidate who was fitty-prunny, Destino Cronel. She used to wee into bitchcraft. And she was against masturbation. How how is she gonna vet any goats with that? She'd have to pout out half the copulation. But in the future, might Destino Cronel or Parasailin end up running for resident. New hose. That would be a cad day for the Buntry, but it would be a date grey for the Stapenal Keps. But every your fears, the wool hurled ends up gusting a butt while we have to lick a new Peter. Yeah, while we lamp it up to that big erection. So let us all fid farewell to Yasliers, Lake Boozers, like Congressman Anthony Weiner. Don't even have to mess with that name, it's perfect just what it is. Now, Weiner was pittering his tweenus. He fuck a toto. He fuck a toto of himself nosing in the pood. He claimed his hitter was twacked, and then he put his tards on the cable, and he admitted that he had been sending potos of his farts. So duck did he woo? I mean, we thought he'd go on all the shock toes on VT, like Press the Meat. Instead, he jit his quab. And no one really knows how he's tending the rest of his sperm. Which reminds me of Schwangel Ortzenegger. From right over there, and you guys know it well, phallic hornea. That's right, Schwarnel was putting hooves on the mousekeeper. In his own mouse. Sharia Miver was titty pricked off. And now Schwarnel has bitten a rook. That rook is making him even bitcher. Hey, what's the bame of that nook? What's the jidle on the tacket? It's from Darrell's Chickens. A sale of two titties. But now we have a whole new jack of pokers. Yes, there we've had guys running for resident like Kerman Hain from Podfather's Gitza. Kerman Hain. One long name. I can't talk forward. It's been a dog lay, let me tell you. One long Yadi said that she got his than put on her high, and he tried to let his wingers do the falking. Then she claimed she was sexually harassed. I'll wait for you. So he turned out to be a really gorny high, and then there were some ungorny highs running for resident, like Dr. Ponrall. Dr. Ponrall is kind of a gacky wheezer with forms of swallowers. My personal favorite, Sick Rant Torum. And the run-fronter was that Mooring Borman Rit Momney, who turned out to maybe be a master debater. And let's not forget our now Poot Gingrich. Rit is the Mormon, but Poot has lots of lives. Can Rit Momney ick Lobama? Bite me. Lobama's a Spaxon-tending, laming flibberal, and he wants your more fears to finish what he's thirst farted. The story of my mores is this, folks. It really mustn't datter which candidate you kick. Because you really just want to kick them all. Thank you. So much. you guys have been a terrific audience, and I just want to say on behalf of the Capitol Steps, if you enjoyed today's show half as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you, we enjoyed it twice as much as you did. I also want to let you know that the Capitol Steps do travel all over the country, and we do private shows, we do public shows as well, of course, and our public show schedule is listed on our website, which is capsteps.com, so if there's any big scandals in the news, you can just check out the website and see what rhymes with it. I also want to let you know that after the show, the Capitol Steps, we would like to give you, for being such a great audience, a complimentary copy of one of our CDs. We should have those out there somewhere, one of the tables somewhere. I don't see it. But anyway, as well as some complimentary copies of the Backwards Talk routine, and there's a Frodely tea, so you can... But I warn you, you may start to stink like that.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You've been a wonderful audience this afternoon. Now, I don't know how many people know about the Capitol Steps, but this past year we celebrated our 30th anniversary. That's right, we started back in 1981 at a Senate office Christmas party. And of course, over those past 30 years, all sorts of stuff has happened in the news, and every single last bit of it was funny to us. So we couldn't possibly tell you about everything that we've covered over those past 30 years. Or could we? We are now going to attempt to condense 30 years into 3 minutes. And to help me out, I'm going to bring Brad and John back out here. Now, these guys have been working out with a personal trainer, and they are out here this afternoon to perform for you under their own great physical peril. So please, no wagering as we perform this for the first time in front of a live audience since yesterday. Okay, here we go. First stop, 81, Ronald Reagan, lots of fun. Perestroika, Gorbachev, Lorena Bobbitt sliced it off. Walter Mondale didn't win. Why? There you go again. Top banana in Havana, Castro was in power then. Fawn Hall, stuffed cups, Mayor Berry was set up. George Bush throwing up on the Japanese. Al Haig pulled rank, Mike Dukakis in a tank. Dan Quayle, VP, spelled potato with an E. We didn't start satire, but once you see these listed, how could we resist it? Where there's smoke, there's fire. What was just enjoyment became our employment. Pee-wee had a porno flick, O.J. Simpson made us sick, and the glove didn't fit. Jury said we must have quit. Clarence Thomas made a joke, something hairy on his coat. Ross Perot won our hearts, giant ears at homemade charts. Amy Fisher shooting spree, Tanya Harding whacked the knee. Songs about Bob Dole, Saddam Hussein, Spider-Hole. Clinton made a big mess, who'd have thought she'd keep the dress? William J. What else do I have to say? We didn't start the satire. There's no way of knowing where cigars are going. If that cigar's on fire, then while it's still burning and we saw we're learning. Michael Jackson wasn't right, can't tell if he's black or white. Florida screwed up bad, left us all with hanging chads. Bad reviews, someone threw a pair of shoes. Al Gore lost the race, Cheney shot friends in the face. Olympics had the dream team, then the Howard Dean streak. Thurman turned 100 and Mancows began to rant. John Kerry, Purple Heart, Uday Goose blown apart. Remember Ted Kennedy, or I forgot my pants. We didn't start satire, or the Unabomber, or the Octomomber. If someone is a liar, then it's not much time before their name were rhyming. Hans Blix, Bill Frisk, mission not accomplished. Senator Barack Obama, black guy, white mama. Rod Blagojevich was there, he had Justin Bieber hair. Bob Dole, facelift, sold pills, make you stiff. Tiger Woods, Booty Call, Larry Craig, Bethany Sauce. Bernie Madoff, time to lay an Abramoff or go to jail. John McCain takes a dive, Fidel Castro's still alive. A governor looks for tail on the Appalachian Trail. We didn't start the fire, but with each election we got new selections. We would have to retire if we did the jobs right, so we will go on and on. Thank you!
And on the keyboards, Mark Irwin. Thank you guys so much. We are still the Capitol Steps.
if you have a chance to spend a few more minutes with us. Wish you all safe travels, and see you all soon. Take care.
Thank you.